What up? All my scientists, my artists, my philosophers, my geneticists, my roboticists, my biologists, my archaeologists, my astronomers. Let's get busy. This has been Busy from the Bird.
3 to the 2
Sure.
to the 1. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ben Busy from the Burbs, broadcasting to you from Osaka, Japan. Today, a very special guest on the program, a luminary from Boston, a man of many hats, architecture, music, entertainment, education. 70. Welcome to the program.
What's up? Thank you.
What's good, brethren?
Just maintaining.
Long time no see, no speak. We were hanging out, it felt like almost every day back in the day, circa 2004 to 2007-ish, 2008-ish.
Even before that, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, the history is deep.
Yes.
And storied. I mean, we could go on for days and days about
Mm-hmm.
different shows, the music, just the entire vibe that was Boston at that time.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Greater good.
yeah, man, Greater Good, Jay the S,
yeah.
Prone 2, Karas, we had Amadeus, Wiz,
yeah.
and then, of course, Extended Fam, who, I mean, let's face it, they are a Greater Good too. Yourself, Skills, JB,
List goes on and on.
Steely Steve, and then of course Lord Touch and friggin' all of the old school like cats from the South End, like friggin' Antagonist, who was a brilliant artist, brilliant musician, and then maybe more extended than that, you had was it Stax, but
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was just great to be. I feel like when I look back at that era of my life, I cherish those times, you know? 'Cause
Yes. Me too, man.
it was such a unique time. It was such a unique moment. There were so many artists, so many musicians, so much great work being done. And does it pain me that, the world didn't get to experience that? Because I felt like that was something so special that we just didn't end up getting to share with the world. Yeah, it pains me, but when I look to artists like yourself, when I look to what's happening with Team Backpack, and you got Big Pun's son, Chris Rivers, coming into the game, and you got all of these guys like the ASAP crew, Kendrick Lamar, you have
Sure.
real legit J. Cole, real legit artists that are carrying that torch, that picked it up from, I don't know what your perspective is on Drake, and we don't really have to get into it because I think it can become a divisive thing, but I don't really like Drake because of, I could get into it, how hip-hop
I don't think we really need to get into that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Chris Rivers, actually, I did this show last weekend in NYC, and it was a album release for this dude named Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
The Batman.
Oh,
Not
shit.
the Batman, but this is some artist Batman. But he was actually doing a song with Chris Rivers, and he was there. Those dudes were kind of ill, like old school hip hop, like
Yeah.
the real deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
The 90s shit, man. 90s
yeah,
was
this
the
is-
golden era.
yeah, and he actually he did a song with Sean Price just before he passed away, and Sean Price's brother was there. And I saw this dude. I was like, "Whoa, this dude looks like Sean Price." And they ended up like shouting him out, like, "Yo, this is Sean Price's brother." It's like, "Whoa."
Damn, man, that's
Yeah.
legit. Rest in peace to Sean Price,
Yes,
man. What a
definitely.
tremendous loss for the hip hop community. It's
Yep.
such a terrible thing when people
Helter Skelter.
Helter Skelter, man. Like the whole Duck Down crew, the entire like universe of rap was so important, right?
Yeah.
Where was Duck Down was based in
Brooklyn.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
Home of the original gun clappers.
Clapper. Yup.
Yeah. Oh man, what a classic. What a class act. Just so much great culture, so much great music, and just really legitimately brilliant individuals that
Yeah.
populate hip hop, and I'm glad to see that it's still happening to this day. Now,
Hmm.
speaking of that old school '90s rap, Mobb Deep's Prodigy is going to be at MIT tomorrow,
Hmm.
and he's going to be discussing the
Yep.
prison industrial complex or the prison culture or something.
Yeah, the
The
problem of the prison or something like that.
Yes.
I just, yeah, something like that.
I want.
So,
I would like you to go. I tried to tag as many people as I knew that were maybe in the area that could go. It's free admission. What is he
hmm.
going to be talking about? Do you have what is that? What is the prison problem? What does this mean?
I mean, I think I imagine like the race issue with prison,
Right.
amount of black people in prison
Right.
right now,
Right.
compared to other ethnicities.
Right.
And, it's a discrepancies, in number and
It's
everything. So I'm
disproportionately
disproportionate, yes, definitely.
yeah. The and what we have here is a double standard, cultural double standard, it seems,
Yep.
whereby if Johnny Go Lucky from suburban Minnesota gets caught with an ounce of weed, maybe he'll get a slap on the wrist or something, whatever. But
Hmm.
if Tyrone gets caught with that same ounce of weed, chances are, he's gonna get locked up.
Oh yeah. I mean,
And
there's the whole thing like in, what is that? The Rockefeller the law or something like that in
oh
New
yeah,
York. They
right.
had, it's like, you sell coke, it's if you get caught, you get like, I don't know, 2 3 years or something like that, maybe 5. But if you get caught
With
selling
crack.
crack, if you get caught cooking it,
Hmm.
then you get like 10 15 years, something like that, and it's just like,
It's so disproportionate.
yeah, and there's been incidents where people were set up.
Mm.
They're just, whatever. There was some issue about this guy got, he's just, FBI was like setting them up and stuff like that. Making them cook it.
Right.
And then just lock them down.
I mean,
That's a lot of that going on.
that speaks to just the problem that has existed since time immemorial in law enforcement, which is crooked cops. And
Hmm.
there was a great documentary on this called The 7-5. Have you ever seen this?
No, I haven't.
The 7-5 was about this officer named Mike Dowd who worked for the 75th precinct in Brooklyn,
Okay.
and he served as the eyes and ears for a drug dealer. I think his name was Diaz, and the Adam Diaz, who ran the Diaz organization, which were responsible for countless murders, drug trafficking throughout New York. And Mike Dowd served as kind of their bad lieutenant, eyes and ears, and he would give them a heads up when the narcos were coming through to bust, to do a raid or whatever, so they
Yeah.
would shut down. And he would also throw more shade on Diaz's competition, so basically clearing a lane for
Yeah,
Diaz.
because he was getting paid.
Exactly.
It's a money game.
It's
It's
all
just
about
that's
that
all.
money.
Yeah, it's all that.
And this is, I would expect that this is the same on hey brother, try to move that mic a little bit away from I think it might be under your nostrils. I think I gave you
Yeah, I
the
think
wrong
I.
instruction. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. That this is a problem that exists not just in New York. This is kind of like everywhere.
Yep.
Um, so the prison problem, what steps are being done? What steps are being taken in order to alleviate this? I know that President Obama went and visited a prison recently with Vice News. That was unprecedented. That had never happened before. What change is being made, and what can be done as far as you see it from your perspective?
Even recently, actually, I saw some good news was that I don't know where it was. It was some state. I think it might have been Arizona or something like
Mm-hmm.
that, where they actually they have you know how the law they have where if you go to prison or if you're a felon or something like that, you cannot vote anymore, and
Right.
they have withdrawn that.
Mm-hmm.
So now people who um, because they realize that when people can't vote, they just right away they are enfranchised. You know what I mean, from
Right.
society, and so that just like make them go back to doing crime. So it's like this is another step for having them people that come out of prison,
Mm-hmm.
having them reintegrated into society.
Exactly.
So not not outcasting them.
Not
So I
all.
think that's yeah. So I think there is some of that positive work going on over there.
Yeah, there's some progress happening, right? And I
Yes,
think
yes.
Obama was the first to do away with this whole thing where it's like if you were convicted, you were no longer eligible for government work. He did
Yeah,
away with that, I think.
yeah.
Or he's trying to do away with it. Just speaking of Arizona, I'm wondering if that law wasn't in reaction to Sheriff Joe Arpaio. I don't know if you're familiar with Arpaio's. Uh, I wouldn't even call it
No, I don't
work.
know.
Uh,
Honestly.
Joe Arpaio is sheriff of Arizona.
Okay.
I guess not of the whole state.
Mm-hmm.
Maricopa County, Arizona. And he styles himself, this is from the Wikipedia, as America's toughest sheriff. He has been accused of abuse of power, misuse of funds, failure to
Mm-hmm.
investigate sex crimes, improper clearance of cases, unlawful
Mm-hmm.
enforcement of immigration laws, and election law violations. Amongst others, he has been found guilty of racial
Supporting drug dealers
profiling.
too.
What's that?
Supporting drug dealers too.
I'm sure that he
Probably.
is. I'm sure that he is, right? This is the
Yeah.
way that this system works, and it's unfortunate. What's even more unfortunate, guess where he was born? He was
Uh.
born in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Yep. Yeah.
Come on, Mass. Really? We're
Yeah. Right.
exporting this kind of stuff, man?
Yeah.
Um, it's such an issue. You know, when the I don't want to change topics so quickly, but when the San Bernardino County news started coming out, on the last podcast, I had was just kind of spitballing, but I was like, wait a minute, San Bernardino is Southern California. I thought maybe it was a cartel hit or something like that, where they were targeting one person, but they didn't want to make it look like they were targeting one person, so they just killed a bunch of people indiscriminately. But
Mm-hmm.
as it turns out, this man was presumably radicalized Muslim who, I guess his wife was from Saudi Arabia,
Uh-huh.
and they just recently came back from Saudi Arabia. Um,
Yeah, I caught a little glimpse of that. Yeah, to be honest, like news, recently I heard something about how if you don't pay attention to the news or if you don't listen to the news, you
yeah.
are uninformed.
Hmm.
But if you do read the news and you do pay attention, you are misinformed.
Ah, that's a good way to put it right there.
So for me, like, I tell you, like, for me, news is whatever I see with my own eyes.
Hmm.
That's the only thing that I am, paying attention to.
That you integrate into your life, into your
Y-
memory.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you think about it, like, we are designed and wired, and we have evolved to only pay attention to threat that is around us. Like,
Right.
the tiger that's around the bush or the lion or something like that.
Yeah.
We're not really meant to like think about something that's going on in another continent. you
Right.
know our wiring is not y- you know is not that. This
Right.
is a new phenomenon right now. It's
Right.
like, and I think there's a lot of engineering that goes on
Yeah.
to
Oh,
create.
absolutely. In order to create a certain narrative, in order to
Yeah.
press an agenda or argue some kind of point, right?
Yep.
That does happen, I think, quite regularly. And, technology itself is kind of a double edged sword. And kind of interesting that I used the weapon metaphor there, because back in the day, I read this book called On Killing by a former lieutenant colonel from the Army named Grossman. I forget what his first name was, but he was talking about how, as time has gone on, as the inexorable gears of history have grinded forward, we've had this. We've been further removed from the violence. In that, back in the day, when two opposing sides would go to battle, they would do so on a battlefield, swinging sharpened, 4 foot, 5 foot long razor blades at each other.
Excaliburs.
Right.
Yeah.
And as time has gone on, then we developed the bow and arrow, and then it became further depersonalized, now to the point where someone
Drones.
sitting in a box in Arizona is controlling a predator drone to fire a bomb on a target, 15,000 feet under them, right?
Yep.
We've gotten further and further removed from the reality, in the same sense where it's like, I don't know, like we're like you said, we're so far away that we don't have this visceral understanding of what's happening there. And technology like VR, and like, I don't know if you've seen it, but Facebook has released a series of these 360-degree videos, and the idea is to produce this content for this system that Facebook is releasing called the Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if full immersive technology like that can help to really communicate to people what is actually going on, or if we'll just have, further depersonalization.
It could go both ways.
Yeah.
It depends on what the content is in that video. I mean, if you're gonna have a scenario of a war and you put somebody in that, obviously I can imagine that's gonna be like, oh, shit, that's scary.
Yeah, it's
you know?
terrifying, right?
Yeah, but also, I mean, there was one I saw about this lady was doing one in Mecca. So that was kind of cool. She was like just walking through, walking with people and stuff like that. It was
Right.
kind of cool. It could be, positive too. Some nice place that you're not going there, but somebody can see that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Maybe, yeah. So on one hand, it might kind of exacerbate fears and hatreds that might already exist, or on the other hand, it actually might bring us closer together by letting us kind of get us not really experience what each other are experiencing, but kind of get a taste of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like you said, it is a double-edged sword. I think the Dalai Lama has a quote. I can't remember it specifically now, but it's like, with every technological innovation, we lose a part of ourselves. And,
Yeah.
there's a balance. There's a homeostatic balance, I think, that
Yep.
exists. But let's change gears again. You're actively involved in the music scene in Boston. Give us some insight as to what that's like. What are you working on now? What projects can we look forward to? Shows that you're playing, groups that you're working with, and what the future holds for 70.
Well, my music career, it just started a couple years ago while I was in Haiti. I started recording.
What brought you to Haiti?
I was, working as an architect. I was building.
Awesome.
This post earthquake, I was building over there.
Yeah.
That's I spent 4 years over there.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, it was a good experience.
Were you working with an NGO, or were you with a private corporation, or
No, I was with an NGO, an NGO called BRAC. They're out of Bangladesh.
All right, good to
So
go.
yeah. So
Well,
I was working
Bangladesh
with.
had experienced some earthquakes recently as well, hadn't they?
Yeah, I think it was after it was the earthquake from Nepal that affected Bangladesh.
Okay, yeah, the
Yeah,
Nepal, yeah, that was devastating. So
yeah,
that's great you were able to go over there and
Mm-hmm.
actually assist in the rebuild process.
Yeah.
So you're in Haiti, and are you interacting with like local musicians at that point, just kicking frees and hanging out, drinking a beer or something? Like, what? How did it come about that you started writing and started recording and performing?
Well, I was writing before that, and
Right.
I didn't perform or record before that, but I was working on my music, and while I was there, it kind of gave me some time to really free up, free time, free up,
Mm-hmm.
and express. And I was, doing just singing or whatever,
Nice.
and people that I worked with,
Yeah.
they were like, yeah, that's nice. And then one guy I was working with, he actually was a rapper, and he actually did
Okay.
you know, song video, and he was like, "Yo, I can take you to this dude, who was actually a pretty big star in Haiti," and he kind of introduced me to him, and we chilled, and
Yo.
ended up cutting a record, and
What?
yeah, and it was ill, it was just a first time experience, just like in a recording booth, and just
Yeah.
recording, and
In
in
Haiti.
Haiti, so right there,
That's legend.
that just took off right there, I'm still,
That's dope.
yeah. So,
Yo, hold on a sec.
yep,
Yo, what's up?
yo.
Okay. Hey, what was the did you have any exposure to the music of Haiti? What kind of music is popular in Haiti? What kind of music were they making that you were listening to? What styles, forms, and art forms were out there?
The the biggest, most popular music over there is compa.
Compa.
Yeah, which is it's like Cuban
Mm-hmm.
jazz music.
Mm.
It's really slow dancing type of music.
Mm.
Very Cuban influenced. That's their really, anywhere you go, that's where everybody's listening to that.
Do people speak Spanish or French in
N-
Haiti?
No, they speak it's
Patois?
Creole. It's
Creole.
Haitian Creole, which is basically a French patois.
Oh, okay.
You know.
That's legit.
Yeah.
Yo, have you done any shows speaking of patois and Haiti and stuff? Like,
Uh-huh.
have you played any shows with Toussaint in Boston?
N- no, I haven't.
I gotta link you up with him, man.
I would like
Uh,
that.
yeah, the guy's a legend. As I'm sure that you
Yes.
remember him from
I
back in the
do. I
day.
do.
Yeah. So you're in Haiti. You're making the music. You're listening to compa. Like, how does that inform your style, and where do you take it?
I wouldn't say that compa was something that, influenced me.
The music of
That's a
Haiti.
music, yeah, it's the music of Haiti. That's
Hmm.
most popular music. But, the music of Haiti, I would say, is voodoo or
Okay.
Racine. I like that music. It's really like kind of really heavy, a lot of repetitive drum trance music
Mm.
basically, you know, and a lot of people don't listen to it, don't want to listen to it, because of the whole, association with voodoo and stuff like that. But
Mm.
I remember I used to play that in the office. I'm like, oh, this is ill. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, and I had this one dude who was kind of like this, you know, I think he was a Jehovah's
Oh
Witness, and
God.
he's like, yo, you shouldn't play that. I was like, why not? He's like, that he's talking about
Like that's the
devils and
devil's
stuff
music.
like that. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
you know,
Right. Just relax,
so
bro.
yeah.
No, that's cool, man. It's called Racine.
Racine
Racine.
basically means roots.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So
Roots of
it's
culture, man. Is
yes.
it like? Is it? I mean, obviously reggae is big there too, right?
Yeah, reggae is definitely big. Well, also, rap Creole.
Rap
It's,
Creole.
yeah, yeah, definitely since Wyclef,
Mm.
rap has been very popular, and some pretty big artists there.
There was that story. Was it Wyclef was trying to run for the president of Haiti, but they like changed all these laws last minute to make it so that he couldn't because he
Yeah,
hadn't established residency there for like 15 years or something.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
what does the I don't know if you still follow like Haitian politics today, but like who's in charge over there? Has life gotten better, or not?
I haven't followed since I left,
Okay.
but there has been some uprisings and trouble and stuff like that. I mean, there's always corruption in politics there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And with Haiti and in the rest of the world, the issue is resources. And Haiti has a lot of oil.
Mm.
Haiti has a lot of oil. They say that actually the reserve in Haiti, oil reserve in Haiti, is bigger than Venezuela. Yeah,
What?
and that's one of the reasons why Haiti has like the world's second or third largest U.S. embassy there.
Ah, that's why.
And there's been things where like like Cuba and Venezuela, they were they wanted to upgrade Haiti's electricity.
Right.
They were going to do something for them, but I don't know, Texaco or something like that. They, somehow they blocked that.
They didn't want that to go
They didn't want
down.
that. No.
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of things, going on.
It seems like no matter where the oil is, that's where the corruption is.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, maybe does it have to do with the money, or is it the oil? What's the root source of the problem? As far as I see it as like this oil, man. It's bad, man. It's like, yeah, it's done great things for the evolution of humanity, but we're to the point where we don't we don't need these huge petroleum companies dictating what we want, what the world should be like.
Yeah. I mean, it's the machine. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you got to change the machine, and the machine just wants to keep running.
It's like, damn, man, machine, switch to solar and like
Yeah. Right.
renewable resources, machine.
That will be evolution. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're
man.
not. We're stuck in a.
We're stagnating. We're
Yeah.
stagnant.
Exactly.
But so you're informed by what's happening in Haiti, like, or that musical spark is lit in your soul, or just the fire that was already burning there is burning a little brighter. You come back to Boston.
Yep.
You come back to Boston, and what do you do? What does 70 do when he gets back to Boston, as far as music is concerned?
I start like I started performing.
Okay.
I haven't recorded, but I started performing.
You had some joints written, like presumably in Haiti or in Boston.
Yeah, actually, I did a video of there and
Yo,
everything. Yeah. I opened up a website. I
yo,
stopped pushing. I really stopped pushing on my social media game. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm
man.
still pushing that. Starting to learn a lot of that.
What's your
That's
website
where
for
it's
people that want to check it out?
straightup70.com.
Straightup70.com. That's spelled
That's
as 70 or
yes,
70. Okay,
70.
straightup70.com.
Yep, check it out. Got
Yeah,
a video, got my 2 tracks there, my
no
shows and
doubt.
everything. Yeah.
So you had some work from Haiti. You came to Boston and you started recording more stuff. Like you started performing. You said you started
Um.
performing. So you had a couple
Yeah.
joints. You started performing. Where were you getting gigs at? Like how were you organizing that? And who did you play with?
Well, right now, like I was doing mostly like open mics, and I did a show that I found through like Craigslist,
Yeah.
um, people looking for performance and things like
Hmm.
that. So that's where I'm at right now.
No doubt.
Just getting my name out there, exposure, getting experience. That was one of my biggest, I would say, hurdle, or one thing was like, I didn't have any performance experience,
Okay.
and I had to like get that out of my system, where I'm like, now I'm like, yeah, you know,
Yeah. You
I'm
step on the
comfortable, you know what
stage.
I
You're
mean?
comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, that's where I'm at. I got a show coming up, New York next weekend.
No doubt. Where you been
Yeah,
playing at in New York when you go down there? You playing Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens.
Ma-
Where you at?
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Yeah, I
That's
was
what's
at the
up.
West End last weekend, and this time it's gonna be near the Times Square.
What's the names of the joints that you played?
It was called West End Lounge.
West End Lounge,
Yeah, and the one that's coming up is called Iguana Restaurant.
Iguana Restaurant, and that's near
Yeah,
Times Square.
yeah,
Now, when you perform, do you have like a band that you rock with? Do you bring like the beat on a CD, on an iPod? Like, how does that work?
yeah. Right now it's just beats.
And
Um,
who's making the beats?
I got some beats that were made by a couple of friends that I've worked with in Haiti.
No doubt.
And also got beats that's I got off the internet.
Yeah, yeah. What's
You
the
know,
names of your producers from Haiti?
he goes by the name Debonair, Mr. Debonair.
Hmm.
He's actually a Boston cat, and he used to live in
Oh shit.
Cambridge at some point, and I met up with him over there. You know,
Small world, man.
yeah, it is. It is definitely a small world.
So you got the beats. Yeah, are you actively like how would you classify your music too? Because when I listened to it, it was like I was like this is reggae, this is dope, but yo, this is kind of like hip hop. Like what how would you classify the genre?
Yeah, I mean, I say it's reggae,
Yeah.
but I think like you know, I don't know what the classification, but it's like probably like urban music or something like that. I don't know,
Okay.
but I just say it's reggae. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Um, and I'm definitely influenced and inspired by hip hop. That's I don't rap, but I try.
Yeah.
But that's definitely there. And I'm trying to kind of actually I'm trying to do that in Bangla. Which is my native tongue, my mother
Yeah,
tongue.
yeah.
And this like I've dreamt about that for a long time. Is trying to be able to like bring hip hop rap into Bangla, and there's a lot of people who's doing
Yeah.
that and trying to do that, and they're just what the problem is that they listen to like Drake or somebody like that, right?
Ah.
They listen to some you know
They need the culture. They need that soul. You know that soulful
yeah,
music no matter where it is, it's got to have soul.
yeah,
I
yeah,
wanna, if we could take a little break here, I wanna play one of your songs for my listeners, if that's all right. This
yeah.
is, I don't know, do you have one in particular that you want to play? I got the Tombstone and Ajana.
Yeah, you can play Ajana. That's
Ajana.
definitely yeah.
All right, let's kick this.
A Royal Stars production.
Seven Air.
That's a song in Bangla.
All right.
I would say that's more of a hip hop rap. This is tight. And I did the video in Haiti for that song, which is really a lot of fun. My first video. I'm working on the video right now for Tombstone Jimmy.
Yo, this is tight. I'm listening to it right now. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know if it's set up, but
No, I can't really hear it.
what I'm gonna do is I want people to really be able to experience that. That's definitely I can hear it like as soon as I play it. There's a vibe there. You know what I mean? The vibes are right.
Yeah,
And like you said, introducing this type of flavor to Bangladesh would be awesome.
yeah. But that song,
Fantastic.
even like people who don't understand it,
Mhm.
like it. You know what I mean? They feel the vibe.
Mhm.
And so, like even like this last show I was doing, it's like a hip hop show, and they were asking for artists, and then I sent them my joint, and the guy was like, "Yo, we don't really understand what you're saying, but we definitely dig the vibe, so come through."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's there,
That's
something's there.
so tight how like vibes transcend language and
Yeah.
culture where it's like, yo, we don't even know what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
Like you could be telling me to eat a dick or something, but the vibe is so tight where it doesn't even matter. They're like, it's just legit. It connects. Who are you looking to? Who are some of your biggest influences as far as your music is concerned, and what do you like to listen to? Like, what is 70 bumping in his in his in his iPhone or whatever online?
I was in Damian Marley. He's
Yeah,
probably one of my biggest influence. And he's like reggae guy.
yeah,
He also influenced by hip hop a lot.
yeah.
So
What's going on with Damien? Like the last that I saw, like after Welcome to Jamrock, where's his next album? It seems like I see a lot of
he
features here and there, you know what I
yeah
mean? Like he'll do something with Steven or something, but
yeah.
where's the full length?
So I think he's just he was working on some other project, setup shop. He's working with some other people. So and he's got this new joint, which is I like it. Like this joint, I got that in my iPhone. Um, is it worth it? It's
Is it
called
worth it?
yeah. It's called Gunman World.
Oh,
Is it worth it? Yo, I definitely tell people check that out. And the video is really ill.
yeah.
The video is basically like it's based on like some. I think it's shot in like maybe Egypt, and
Yeah.
it's a story about a gunman. He's an assassin, and he's just like taking out people, and it's kind of his life. So the whole video is just this story going on and the song going on over on top of that. It's ill. It's really ill.
Yeah.
It's really touching.
I gotta
And it
check
speaks to
that.
the yeah, definitely.
He's got a lot of those gems, like these
Yes.
hidden gems where like Damien will he might not release a whole album, but at this point he's got enough features and gems, just one-offs like
Mhm.
that he's recorded and left in like secret mysterious places that they could themselves be collected together and constitute a new full-length album.
Mhm. Yeah.
What's your favorite song by Damien? That Gunman joint?
Right now, that is my favorite joint.
That's the
Yeah.
jam right there.
Yes, that's the jam.
I like this song he did with Michael Rose. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
The thieves and police and
Yes.
thieves. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh man, that was my jam.
Yeah.
I could remember just blasting that and just, driving down 93, you know what I mean, towards a show in New York or wherever it was, Rhode Island, wherever we were going. Those were the days. Uh, what what do you want to see in terms of collaborations in the future? Are you working with anybody else in the scene in Boston? If so, who are they? And what are some of your favorite venues to play at?
Right now, I'm not really recording right now,
Hmm.
so
Are you in a writing phase right now?
I'm kind of in a performance phase right
Okay.
now.
All right. Good to go.
Trying to, and like I'm scheduled to do a show. It's a cultural show, a Bengali cultural show
Nice.
on December 19th.
All right.
So that's gonna be my first time actually performing in front of
Where's that at?
Bengali people. It's gonna be in Malden or Medford,
Okay.
some kind of auditorium. So it's gonna be a lot of people, and it's actually for Bangladesh in Victory Day, which is in December 16th.
All
So
right.
it's for that. So you know, I get to blaze off two joints. That'd
Hell
be
yeah.
kind of oh yeah.
That's what's up. Now, have
Yeah.
you interacted much or have you reached out to the Bengali student organizations at some of the universities in Boston, whether it's MIT or Harvard or Boston University or our alma mater, Northeastern? Have you interacted with any of them? Because they'd probably be looking to hire you on too.
I have thought about it. I haven't done it yet.
Uh-huh.
So I will
Mm.
once I do this show. I definitely I think it'll put me I will probably meet some people, and I can that way I can reach out.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
Yeah.
in terms of collaborations, who do you want to collaborate with? Who in the Boston scene? Maybe your check-in, like, are they? Who's tight? Like, who do you like? Those kinds of things.
Um, in Boston, I got my people that I was working with in Haiti, which was the they go by the anti-fake.
The anti-fake.
Yeah,
I can dig it.
the anti yeah. So I work with them. Actually, I did a lot of tracks with them in Haiti. Um, with them, I was actually trying to get Wiz to do some work with me, but
Yeah, man.
he's sleeping right now. So
He's a sleeping dragon right now, man. Let me
yeah.
tell you. And like
So
Wiz is a real strong personality artistically. I can
yeah.
tell you one thing. If you get Wiz on a track or you get Wiz working with you, you're going to
Mhm.
get Olympic level musicianship from him 100% of the time.
Yeah.
However, with that comes a strong head.
Mhm.
And, just like, any genius that has their vision set on a certain goal, he can be stubborn, man,
Oh,
and
I know Wiz. I know.
yeah.
I live with that dude, and I've
Yeah.
been friends with him for a while, so
Yeah.
I totally understand that.
Yeah, yeah. So you understand where he's coming from. But I
Yeah.
cherish every moment. Wiz and I don't know if you're familiar with the Shogun Assassins project.
Yes, I am.
All right. We had that going in, like, I don't know, it was like 2008, 9,
Mhm.
2006 to 2009, 2010. And man, there was just that was one of my most cherished memories. At the top of the program, I talked about that time in Boston, like between 2000 and 2006, some of my most precious memories. Well, my memories with Wiz are some of my most precious memories within those memories. And it was
Uh-huh.
just such a learning experience, you know what I mean? And by
Yeah.
the time Wiz and I started collaborating, I had already had my legs under me. Like, I knew how to rap. I was
Uh-huh.
I was fucking tight. But
Yeah.
when I brought it to Wiz, that was when I was first exposed to this brand new level of perfectionism, which you got to check yourself on that stuff, man, because it can be crippling.
Mhm.
Perfectionism to the extreme is paralyzing. It is
It is. Yeah.
debilitating. And I feel like so many great artists before him, Wiz has succumbed to that, and I succumbed to that as well, where we're so self-critical that we never end up releasing anything.
Yeah.
So my advice to you would be, like, be fearless, be brave, be courageous, be open to failure, be open to
Mhm.
mistakes, and just go forth and do it.
Yep. That's the only way to do.
Yeah, man. Did you get to work with Guvu at all?
No, no, not really.
Because Guvu
But
did work with Wiz. I mean, these were beautiful songs. Could have
yeah,
been.
yeah.
Could.
I was gonna do some work with them during that time.
Mhm.
Um, and actually, that was a time. Actually, Wiz definitely helped me kind of self-express and kind of break out of a shell.
Yeah.
To into this music realm.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Maybe
So yeah.
maybe we should give people a little heads up. So this character Wiz, who you hear us talking about, Wiz is a legendary MC. That's Wiz, short for Witty Wiz, aka my man Hands, Witty Wiz, Wisdom, math. We call him Divine Math and Science, or what was it? Uh, yeah, Divine Math and Logical Science. Man, it's
He's got
been.
more names than anybody else.
Yeah, man, he's got a list, right? And
Yep.
Wiz is kind of always served as like the grandfather like character amongst the group of MCs of which we were a part, amongst the group of musicians among who we, uh, you know, we're comrades with, and he's just extraordinarily talented. And it's like it's cross-disciplinary too. With Wiz, he's talented not just as an MC musician with an ear for art and an eye for music, or rather an eye for art and an ear for music. He's also he can ball, man. Wiz,
Oh yeah.
Wiz can play basketball, man, like
Oh, yeah.
nobody's business. That said, I'd never played with him, but this
Yeah, I
is
played with him a couple of times.
the legend
He's
proceeds.
easy. Oh yeah.
Can Wiz dunk?
I don't know. I didn't see him done, but he can get up there.
He's
He's
got
got
ups.
hops. He's got hops.
No doubt. But that's who we're talking about when we're talking about Wiz. Who else are you seeing in the scene out there? Is it all new faces, or are there some old tried and true friends that you still connect with and still build with on a regular basis?
It's all just new faces, you know.
New faces.
I'm just out there, just finding people.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? Right now.
Trying to connect the network.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's up. So you got this gig coming up next month. I'm sorry, later this month, December 19th.
Yeah, December 12th and 19th.
December 12th and 19th. Your
Yeah.
show on December 12th is where?
NYC.
NYC at the Iguana Restaurant or the Iguana
Yep.
Cafe?
Yep, Iguana Restaurant.
Iguana Restaurant. Check them out. That's December 12th, and then December 19th you'll be out in Malden, Medford area.
Yep.
That's what's up. What work have you done? Where can people buy your music? Can people download your music? Where can people check your music?
People can go to my website, straightupseventy.com. I got, links to my SoundCloud
Yeah.
over there. You can download my songs there. You can find Tombstone Jenny is on iTunes. You can find that on Spotify. So, that's what I have going on right now. And I'm working on an EP. Hopefully soon, and probably like early next year, I'll have an EP, and that'll be available iTunes. That's I'm working right now. I'm working on a video for Tombstone Jenny. Is what I'm working on right now.
How can people support the 70?
Come to my shows. Just for now, go to my website. Listen to the music. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
Yeah, give them some plays, everybody.
Yeah,
Give them some plays.
Yep.
Hey, Tombstone Jenny. This sounds like a really interesting topic of discussion. What?
Tombstone Jenny working for a penny. She ain't got no ambition. Slip her a dollar. She was screaming holler, switching up them positions.
Ah. So we're talking about a lady of the night. Okay, Roxanne.
Yo,
You
yeah.
don't have to put on the red light, kind of.
Yep.
But this is like a tragic tale, kind of. This is like a Pimpa's Paradise, kind of an ode to a lost soul, or what? What is it? What is
Lost
it?
Souls. I mean, the thing is, this song, it's an original song, but it's written by a writer, a poet, a writer, historian, out of, I think he's out of Portugal. He's
Okay.
Portuguese, and his name is Manuel Rosa. He wrote the song, and I decided, I got into contact with him, and I demoed the song for him, made a demo for him for that song, and just it's nice, it's a nice tune.
You got
and,
the blessing. You got the blessing from the writer.
yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and actually the original, like the hook goes, go and have a ball. Don't you go and take a fall. Sex, crime, and alcohol.
Oh.
And originally it was, go and have a ball, but you're gonna take a fall. And I kind of changed that up a little bit because I felt like that was kind of not really positive.
Yeah, it was kind of
Wanted to-
too dark, right?
Yeah, so I kind of switched that up a little bit. So
flipped it, give it a little,
Hope, you know,
weave a
put a
little
little hope.
silver lining into that
Yeah,
thundercloud, you know?
yeah, exactly.
That's what's up. Now, which of these songs are you most proud of? Which is the one joint where you're like, yo, this is my shining moment right here. This is what I want people to check. This is the single.
I would say right now, Ajana.
Yeah.
You
What
know,
does
that's
Ajana mean?
yeah. Ajana means the unknown.
The unknown.
Yeah, and the song is just it's about truth seeking. So that's where it's at. Look into the unknown and within your soul, within this world. Search for what you don't see. And go beyond yourself. That's all the
Right.
song's about.
What do you have in terms of like, so Ajana means the unknown.
Yep.
Now, this the unknown is like a really fascinating concept when
Mhm.
like when we think about, science and what the scientific method is supposed to be able to allow us to see that which is hidden from our view and invisible to the human eye.
Yeah.
We think about the unknown, often we equate it with danger, mystery,
Mhm.
risk. These kinds of things kind of haunt the mind of the human being and have done so for since time immemorial, right? Like whatever's out there at night, it's unknown, we don't know it. If we don't know it, it's surprising, and evolutionarily we have been designed to kind of be
Go and look for it.
right, we go and look for it, right?
You hunt it down.
Yeah, hunt it down, hunt it down, kill it so it doesn't kill us.
Yeah.
Or what do? We're like we're afraid of it, right? So it inspires all these grand emotions. In the lyrics of the song, what are you communicating about the unknown? How does it inform the song? What does it mean?
Like there's one line where I'm saying basically like, go see the edge of the universe,
Yo,
and go see it with your own eyes. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And so you can't see it. Obviously, you cannot see the universe, but you can close your eyes and imagine to see it. You know what I mean? You can take
yeah,
in a spiritual level, you can go there and still come back. You know what I mean? So it's like that. You know what I mean? And it's talking about you gotta whatever you do, you have to give your life to find out what the unknown is. And I think that's what we're supposed to do. You know what I mean? If you if you imagine like all these oh, so what I was getting at is like we as a human race is always seeking to explore. You know what I mean? Like
right,
I really we're fearless.
yeah,
We're fearless people. You know what I mean? Like if you think about early human beings, we were just traveling the earth,
yeah,
going wherever. I mean, whatever is available, just going there and trying to find out. So that's in us. You know what I mean? That's how we're supposed to live without fear.
right.
Just and all
So
this
this
fear
is
stuff
like
that's going on in the world. It's just
this is
total
like
BS.
this is great. This is like, in terms of Ajana, we're talking about the unknown as something that should be not feared, but kind of encouraged by. Like something that should
Sought
possess
out.
our souls and our spirit and give us some kind of purpose or meaning to go forth and to explore the unexplored, to go out into the universe, human beings, to go to Mars, to go to the moon, to go to distant galaxies, to go
Yep.
even to places in your imagination, maybe, as an artist, where you might be scared to go. But you shouldn't be scared. You should go there and be courageous in doing so.
Yes.
I love
Seek
it.
out the truth. Seek out the truth. That's all we are here for.
Yeah, this is like the Platonic mission, right? This is like
Yep.
the, we are to find truth, and everything else is secondary, really.
Uh huh.
It's inspiring, man. Ajana, this word, this is Bengali. This is
Yeah, it's a Bengali word, but if you really look at the word ajana, and if you compare to the sound of ajana to gyan or knowledge,
huh.
it's very similar. They say like Latin and Sanskrit are have is a similar root.
Yeah.
So that's where it come from. It's knowledge. So whatever is not
Yo.
known, you gotta get
Yo,
at it.
wait a minute. So the opposite of the unknown is the known. And you
Mm-hmm.
said that Ajana is Bengali for unknown. What
Yeah.
what did you say was Bengali for known?
Jana or Gyan.
Jana.
Gyan.
Ah, Ajana Jana.
Uh-huh.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, still waters run deep. Yo, for real. Uh are you checking out any live shows? Are you checking out live music in Boston? What was the last live show that wasn't your own that you checked out while you were in the Bean?
uh, Jeez. Oh shit. Yeah, actually, I was at a restaurant called Something Nice. It's in
Mm,
Somerville. New restaurant. It's a Caribbean restaurant, and
nice.
um, and they do you know, a showcase of artists, local artists.
Hmm.
And I checked that out. It was pretty cool. I might I've been actually politicking with the person that who runs that,
Hmm.
and so I might work with him, do some
Yeah.
recording and do some performances and stuff like that.
Hells yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, what do you feel like as an artist? You said that you're in performance mode right now.
Uh huh.
Like, are there seasons for an artist where it's like in the wintertime you're on some performance shit, in the springtime you're on some writing shit, in the summer you're on some recording? Like, is there a fourth phase of, I guess, promoting? That might be a phase.
No, I don't see it like that. It's all of that is going on at once. Perform.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna record this weekend.
All
So
right.
it's all of it at once. You do whatever, whatever time allows you to do it. If it's promoting time, promote.
Hmm.
If it's perform. Whatever comes at you,
That's
to
very
just take it.
Taoist of you.
That
It's
it is.
like,
I am a very much of a Taoist.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yo, I'm all about the Tao. Lao Tzu
Yeah.
has that famous saying where he's like, if you're tired, sleep. If you're hungry, eat. That is all that the Tao is.
Yeah. I think my
I'm
my
like,
my
yeah.
favorite my favorite quote from that one was like, um when you talk, you don't listen.
Yeah.
And shoot, I blanked on it. I don't even know if I can't remember. Basically, what it was saying, like, you cannot speak. You know what I mean? You have to speak when it's necessary to speak and pay
Right.
attention. You know what I mean? So it was something like that. And
And
that
let, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
No, so that's what I wanted to say was that the difference between people say this like that the people in, for example, Asia are different than the people in the West and so on. I think people are people, and no matter where you go, you get the same types of people everywhere. They're just
Mm-hmm.
wearing different color skin or whatever. But the
Yep.
point was that in Asia, typically, particularly Japan, when silence is encountered, it's not obtrusive,
Mm-hmm.
obtrusive, obtrusive.
Okay.
It's not like regarded as something that needs to be filled. Actually, it's something that exists quite naturally of itself and should just be allowed to exist. I think I learned that from Alan Watts.
All right. But what is silence? Though there's no such thing as silence.
There's no such thing, is there?
No, there's always noise out there.
Yeah,
Even
there's
in
always noise.
space, even in space, I'm sure there's some kind of molecular friction going on that we can't hear, but there's always noise.
Right, there's like this imperceptible ringing of the cosmos that's
Yeah,
like such a low frequency, no one can hear it.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean it speaks to the question as to what is silence. Maybe silence in the sense that there is no human voice present, but then
yeah, yeah,
there's no place on earth, like we're all so interconnected that when someone speaks on one point in the planet, however imperceptible and, impossibly complex the mathematics is concerning the propagation of sound waves throughout the
yeah,
planet Earth, you still catch some little piece of the vibe. There's like a little resonant, maybe not, maybe it's nothing, but yeah, there's really no silence, even insofar as human voices are concerned.
yeah,
I talk in my sleep, so even at night, like there's no silence in my
yeah.
household. Like I don't know why I do that, but yeah. That just about brings us to the end of the program. 70. I want to thank you so much for coming on. I want to invite you back on when you have that EP done and you're looking to
All right.
promote it.
Thank you.
If people are looking to get a hold of 70, please check out his website, straightup70.com. Check him out on SoundCloud, on YouTube. Check him out. Where else is your presence online?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. Twitter at straight up 70. You can catch me on um, Instagram. But website is where it's at.
The website. Check that website out. Straightup70.com. If you were entertained, educated by this podcast, please click the PayPal link and donate to us. We are 100% user, listener supported. Thanks again, 70.
Thank you.
World peace.